What is one thing you regret about your teenage years? I didn't take care of my teeth very well. I had to pay a stupid amount of money to get them fixed. Underrated comment. And it's not just the money, it's the many hours spent on that torture chair. And the pain leading up to it and after it. Treat your teeth like they're worth a fortune or you'll end up paying a fortune. I feel this heavy today. I am 23, just got out of a dentist visit after not going got 6 years and well, the outcome is $5,800, a crown and 15 cavities. Oh boy am I gonna have fun after my 6 years' absence. Not involving myself more. I never went on school trips, I didn't go to prom, I skipped anything extra and a lot of what was mandatory. It carried into my adult life and it seems obvious to say, but I guess I'd be a different person now if I had been then. I'd waited my whole life for my senior year of high school. All the trips, dances, activities. I dreamed of going places with my friends and having fun and doing things I had too much anxiety to do before. My mum pulled me out of high school permanently within the last few months of my junior year and held me hostage in my house until I turned 18 for her own selfish reasons. I missed everything. Do you mind if I ask what those selfish reasons were? Oh, not at all. The main reason was because of a boy and her intense hatred towards him. I dated said boy when I was 15, and for the next 3 years she wreaked havoc on my life to keep me from him even though we had broken up when I was 15. And blamed him for ruining my relationship with her. I told her many times that no, she ruined the relationship by destroying my mental health, via me having no privacy at all, feeling anxious when she was home BC she could snap at any moment, never knowing if I could keep someone or something in my life for long, because she always got rid of things that went against her beliefs, telling everyone I was a rape victim as justification for not letting me leave the house, etc. She thinks it is his fault that I hate her, so she took me out of school permanently, 2 years after this issue began, to get me away from him, which in turn damaged my friendships and GPA. When I told her she was ruining everything for me, she said I would thank her later. Still not grateful mayo. What the actual ever-loving frick. That's awful. Don't ever fool yourself into feeling grateful for that it. Sometimes our parents are just jackasses and there's not much to be said about good intentions, because good intentions don't mean it without good actions. I spent so much time waiting for something to happen. Like sitting on some steps outside of a house waiting for something to happen. Hanging out with people I did not really like waiting for something to happen. I feel like so much time was wasted waiting for something to happen, instead of doing something or making things happen. Good answer. But damn, I did this till my mid-20s. All my friends were the same way. Content to do next to nothing. We had each other, and it was actually pretty great. But I was lonely. I could be in a room full of my best friends and feel incredibly lonely. Now, I agree with the thought that you shouldn't feel obligated to be in a couple, that you should be happy with yourself. That you don't need a romantic relationship to be happy. But that was what was missing in my life, and what I wanted to change about it. I started asking my friends for referrals, which was tough, because most of them were single guys just like me, who went to a sausage-fest college. We just didn't know men or women, at all. Anyway, 5 years, 2 fairly crazy relationships, and a lot of bad online matchmaking dates. I finally got a referral that ended up working out. I'm now happily married with 2 kids. To anyone reading, it's worth it. Reaching out, expanding your boundaries. It's hard. I'm glossing over years of depression, setbacks, and heartache. But I'm glossing over it, because I can. It's nothing compared to how happy I've become. It was agony to go through it, but it's nothing now. Well, not nothing. I appreciate my life now because of the things I went through. My point is, it's worth it. Oh god. I relate incredibly and yes, it sucks. The amount of time I spend caring about what others thought of me. I wish I cared a little more about what people thought of me. All through high school, I lived in my little own world with my friends. As soon as I started to branch out and care about what others thought of me, I started taking better care of myself. I got into shape, took care of my skin, and started a few hobbies in college to make myself cooler, which ultimately led to becoming true lifelong passions. Caring about what others thought led to self-care and confidence. Everything's good now, but I could have had a few more years of this in high school. A perspective that people usually don't have the balls to say. Nice. I'm glad someone finally said it like this. This was a major turning point in my life, except it was with fashion. I never really cared what I wore. I figured a person's character was more important and couldn't be deciphered through fashion choices. And I'm not supposed to care what people think of me anyway. Why bother getting nice clothes or ever dressing up, right? Brown pants and a hoodie daily. When I started caring a little more about my outfit, I found making friends was easier. It's like a little code that shows you live a specific lifestyle, or that you understand the social norms of your peers. It helps with girls, helps with friends, and ultimately I am dressing up for me still. It's not about others, but I dress up because it helps me fit in. That's great. I still think it's totally fine if people simply don't feel comfortable dressing up, for not everyone is shallow like that in the non-negative way. But it can make a big difference, like you said. It's always nice when I see guys who put effort into how they look. No, I don't think it's gay like some idiots would say. Hopefully that stereotype is going away, because us straight girls need eye candy too, not just you guys, lol. Once I started caring more, I practice better hygiene, which is the most important part of taking care of yourself physically. Even if you wear ugly clothing or aren't that attractive, smelling good is always very pleasant and impressive. I started doing my laundry more often, washed my hair every other day, instead of once every week, wore perfume, deodorant, etc. That I never confessed my feelings for this girl until our late 20s. But the story has a happy ending. Right? Yep. Together for 12 years, married for 5. Still the only one I ever loved. Congratulations. Very happy for you and just a very cute outcome, smiley face. Thank you. Yay. This is the best thing I've read all day. D. I was bad at taking hints. Flirting can be subtle. There have been several occasions when people have flirted with me, and I only know this because people have told me afterwards. I am usually pretty good at reading social cues, but when it comes to flirting I just mistake it for friendliness. Makes me curious about if there were any other occasions that I also didn't notice. I'm only 17 though, so hopefully I can learn to notice it better soon. It's funny cause usually I'm the very opposite of this. I usually take everything as flirting, and can tell if it's only a friendly approach or something more. Getting fat. Not socializing. In or out of school. I'm now 25, fat and struggle to talk to people. 25 isn't too late to work on either of those things. You've got plenty of time. And don't forget, most people are too preoccupied with their own problems and engrossed in their own lives to spend much time judging you or even noticing what you're doing, much less remembering it at a later date. So strike up that conversation or sing that song or do that little dance or hit the gym and don't worry about what people around you will think. Starting to smoke. Started when I was 12. I'm extremely nicotine addicted now. Wish I never started to smoke. I know I'm not telling you anything you don't already know, but after 17 years I quit smoking. I made a bunch of attempts, but this last time it stuck and I'm almost at a year with no nicotine. Not being organized in school. I was smart, but lazy. I didn't like schedules and didn't bother with deadlines. These all added up and haunted me in university. Still comes back in adulthood. Having good habits and routines really help. This to a T. If I had a routine and stuck to it, my grades would have been consistently better and I wouldn't have hated myself when I pulled several all-nighters a semester to finish papers I could have worked on throughout the semester. Letting everyone take advantage of me. I was a spineless kid. I feel this one. I'm too much of a people pleaser. It sucked. The good thing is that I've hardened up after dealing with too much BS. Stressing over what is not even my situation. I've become more aware, but sometimes I still don't realize it until my boyfriend points it out. Not paying attention in school. I was a massive goof and only started paying attention when it was too late. As a result, my dream job may be just out of my reach. Study hard, kids. Your dream job may depend on it. Good message. Hear lots about schooling not being the be all or end all, but this shows that you shouldn't let opportunities like that pass by. Keep working, my man. You can still get it. I see it like this. You're in school for a reason. It's your time you're in there, so you might as well make the most of it. Find friends, find hobbies and study hard. I understand that certain subjects may not be relevant to what you want to do, but sometimes life happens. Your dream job changes and it doesn't hurt to have those qualifications, but it does hurt to not have them. In regards to my dream job, there is a age limit I'm quickly approaching and I still have a lot to get done, but I'm trying. Cheers though, D.